We're back again with another top SMG video. I do these about once a week just so you guys can stay fresh and up to date on all of the best loadouts. And I also do a top AR one as well. So if you're interested, make sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the meta. We're going to be getting straight into this, no time wasting. The first one is going to be the Cold War MP5, which is my favorite SMG right now. Now, statistically, there are other SMGs that are a little bit better, such as the Marco 5, but this is my favorite SMG. I just love the feel of this weapon, and I can just do so much better with this weapon. Trust me, you need to give it a go. Now, I like this weapon as well because it's nice and simple. 5 attachments. We're going to be going for the Agency Suppressor, the Tiger Team Spotlight, the Raider Stock, the Serpent Wrap, and the 50-round drum. That is all the attachments you need. I recommend not using a barrel, especially if you have a specific blueprint. A lot of these blueprints here have pretty clean iron sights, so I would recommend not using a barrel, especially if you have one of those nice clean iron sight blueprints. But yeah, these attachments are really good. This is one of the best SMGs right now. The next one is going to be the STEN. This is definitely a really good SMG. The mobility is great. The only thing I don't like about this weapon is it is a little bit weaker than other SMGs. It takes a few more bullets to kill, but the fire rate is really quick, so it doesn't really matter. So for this, we're going to be using the recoil booster, increasing the fire rate, and then the rapid barrel also increasing the fire rate. And then we have the 50-round drum. Definitely stick it on because the fire rate is quite quick, but you're going to be running out of bullets quite a lot if you use the other magazines. 50 is quite a lot. Some people like to use the 36 round, which is pretty decent, but you're going to be running out of bullets way too often. So stick the 50 on, do yourself a favor. We're then going to be using the skeletal underbarrel just to increase the ADS time, movement speed, etc. And then for the ammo type, we're going to be using subsonic to stay off the minimap whenever you shoot. Slate Reflector is the best optic, and then taped grip is going to increase the mobility by literally loads. We're then going to be using the Gawain, I don't know how to say this, but the Gawain, I don't know, the custom, this one, just, yeah, this one is going to help the accuracy, okay? I'm not even going to try pronounce the name, because I have no idea. But the next attachment is acrobatic and then quick for the mobility. This class just feels really good right now. Try it out. The Modern Warfare Uzi is a little bit of an underdog. I thought I'd include it in today's video because it is a super underrated weapon and you guys need to try it out if you want to try something that is unique and different. This is a hipfire build, but trust me, this hipfire build is one of the most accurate hipfire builds in the entire game, and it just feels really, really nice. So these are the attachments you want to use on this. The monolithic suppressor is pretty much bigger than the whole entire weapon, but trust me, you need to try it. Next up is the Lapper. This has a really, really quick time to kill, and the mobility is nice as well. Let's go ahead and show you the attachments. The first one is going to be the Agency Suppressor, helping the accuracy, and then the Rifled Barrel is going to increase the fire rate and the damage. The Microflex LED is definitely needed on this weapon because the iron sights are really ugly. The 50-round magazine and then the Raider Stock for the mobility, and that right there is the full class. Okay, the Marco 5 is statistically the best SMG when it comes to time to kill. It's also got great mobility, and it's just the perfect SMG. We're going to be using the recoil booster for the fire rate and then the 355mm barrel, increasing the ADS, the movement speed, basically just increasing the mobility, making it nice and quick. Slate Reflector and then the FR stock is going to increase the mobility and the accuracy. You then want to use the strife angled underbarrel. This is just going to increase the accuracy, make it nice and accurate. The 64 round magazine, 64 bullets is quite a lot, which is pretty nice. Subsonic. And then the taped grip for the mobility, along with momentum and also quick as well, is also going to help increase the mobility. Super accurate, super high mobility, good time to kill. Everything about this SMG is really good. Okay, next up is the Blixen. This has had quite a lot of nerfs recently, but that being said, it's basically not been touched. They say it's been nerfed, but it just feels the exact same. It feels the exact same. What you guys are going to want to use on this is the recoil booster and then the Bergstrom barrel for the accuracy. Slate Reflector. By the way, you can use any optic of your choice. I just like the Slate Reflector. That's just my personal preference. Remove stock is going to make the weapon nice and quick. Stripe angled underbarrel for the accuracy, sorry. 54 round magazine. Subsonic. Taped grip again. You basically want to use taped grip on every single Vanguard SMG. It just makes the mobility really quick. And then you want to use Fleet and Quick just to make the mobility and movement speed even more high. That is the full class. Let's get into the next. Alright, this is probably my second favorite SMG right now in the game, the Armaguara. This thing is insane right now. Let's hop into the class. For this, we're going to be using the recoil booster, and then we're going to be using the Botty 315mm barrel, increasing the damage, and it makes it have no damage fall off, or less damage fall off, so you do more damage at longer ranges. Slate Reflector, and then you want to use the skeletal stock just to increase the mobility. Stripe angled underbarrel for the accuracy, along with the normal 60 round magazine, subsonic, and then taped grip again because it is a Vanguard SMG. We're then going to be using, there's a couple of different perk ones you can use. Sleight of hand is pretty good. Steady is also pretty good because it makes you be more accurate whenever you are like firing, and it makes you also, whenever you're firing, it makes your movement speed a little bit quicker, which is pretty nice. Hardscope's also pretty decent, increasing the recoil control, so any of those three are pretty good to use. Quick is the final attachment. Let's get into the next one. Next up, we have the well gun. So for this one, we're going to be using the recoil booster and then the short barrel, both increasing the fire rate. And of course, we're going to be using taped grip again, just to increase the mobility. To also increase the mobility even more, this SMG, by the way, has crazy mobility. We're going to be using the removed stock, which increases the mobility. Acrobatic and quick also increases the mobility. And the 40 round magazine also increases the movement speed, and it makes it more accurate. So yeah, super accurate class, super high mobility. Make sure to try this one out. Here are the rest of the attachments, and it just feels great. One of the fastest time to kill SMGs in the game is the Type 100. The mobility on this one is a little bit slower when it comes to the other SMGs, but it makes up for it because it has a very good time to kill. And another thing about this weapon I don't like too much is the magazine size. But statistically speaking, this is an insanely good SMG. The time to kill is crazy good. For this, we're going to be using the recoil booster for the fire rate and the rapid barrel for the fire rate as well. And the magazine is going to be the 36 round magazine, which increases the damage. Subsonic along with the skeletal underbarrel. I would say skeletal underbarrel is needed on this one because it increases the mobility. And like I said, this is a bit of a slower SMG. Taped grip along with the folding stock and also fleet and quick are also going to help increase the mobility, making it a little bit quicker. And then the Slate Reflector. Final SMG in this video is going to be the Mac 10. This is really, really good. The mobility is crazy high. It's actually got one of the fastest mobilities and movement speeds in the entire game. Agency Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Tiger Team Spotlight, Raider Stock, and the 53 Drum. This is the full class. Make sure to subscribe for more. That is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Peace out.